So try to solve this mystery for me, boys.
Yeah.
All right. So when I left, the only thing I did as far as like my house, I unplugged everything that could draw power.
What was the motivation there? Save just money?
Save electricity.
Okay.
If I'm not gonna be here for 2 months, why
Be
should
green.
an LED be burning? Why should I have an LED strip on the back of my television? Like, why should that be plugged in? Why should anything be plugged in? And I shut everything down. Unplugged items that continuously use electricity. Turned my air conditioning to 80 degrees, and I left. When Kitty came here to my house about a week ago, to like get it ready in case the probation officer wanted to do like a inspection before I was released, which they said he did, but it turned out that didn't happen. For another, just write this one down too for next week's topics.
Okay.
My case manager was dyslexic.
That's going to require spelling dyslexic.
Oh, I got it, Woody. Don't worry.
Dyslexic. Huh? Kitty opens the refrigerator and there's maggots in my freezer and my refrigerator, and there are dead flies on the floor. Dead maggots, dead flies in my refrigerator and my freezer.
Gross.
Work out how that could possibly happen.
How do maggots grow in the fridge?
There you go. Okay.
The refrigerator's off.
The refrigerator would have had to be off, right? However,
was it off? Did you unplug it?
My power bill was paid the whole time. Kitty kept up with all my bills, of course. I double checked when I got out.
It was
Everything
plugged in.
went along.
Was it on when you returned to the refrigerator?
It was on, and the ice track is full. Like
when
the
you
ice
opened
maker.
it, were there maggots, or did Kitty
She
open
had
it and
cleaned
find
out. She cleaned the refrigerator for me, and then I hired somebody to clean the freezer today. I can't. It doesn't appear to me that the frozen goods had like defrosted and then refrozen, because there was things in there like a Reese's like cup was just sitting there unwrapped, and I feel like it would have melted a little bit if it had gotten up to 80 degrees in there. There was like frozen Brussels sprouts and frozen broccoli, and that like didn't feel all bunched up together. It felt loose and like it was still fresh and everything. My crab legs weren't like incredibly gross or anything.
Oh, those would have been rancid.
Yeah, it was only a couple clusters, but it's like whatever I didn't eat the last time I made crab legs, and I just tossed them in there. I don't know how it could have possibly happened. Like,
where were the maggots and flies? Just
at the
in
bottom of
fridge?
the fridge and the freezer. Like
Did they
in the
make their
bottom.
way out into like the rest of the room? Like, was there a maggot problem in the rest of the room?
No.
It was just in the fridge.
Yeah.
Well, what the?
It had
What the
to
fuck?
have turned off. I don't know why.
That's what I'm thinking. Like,
Power
But even if it
outage.
turns off, how would that proliferate inside?
see, it couldn't have been a power outage, and here's why. I have Nest cameras that record all over, like outside and in a few locations on the inside, like where a break-in might happen, doorways and certain windows, and where valuables are stored. And it goes to Kitty's phone. So if somebody walks past that camera, she gets a boopity boop. So while I'm gone, obviously, if she gets any notification, she's like, "Oh shit!" She's calling 911. So they come over here and catch whoever's burglaring me. So she would have been notified of any power outage right to her phone immediately if those cameras go down, because they're plugged into AC. They have battery backups, but I don't use them because I'm not worried about the security during the incredibly rare scenario in which there's a power outage, I suppose. But so there was no power outage. The only thing I think is like maybe when she came over the first time to check, she like left them both open and then walked away. I'm just so, but she says that didn't happen because my
weird
fridge
to
is.
leave them both open.
It's insane to leave them both open,
Accidents
especially
happen,
since.
but both.
And my fridge has that warning chime that's a bit annoying actually. After maybe 40 seconds, it's like deet, 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 deet. Like,
I turned
close
that
it.
shit off. Fucking sucks.
So if I knew how, I would. So it was so gross, and I just wrote off everything that was in there, even the pickles. And so I went to the store today, and I filled that cart up, like bulging over the top with all kinds of wonderful things. My dad's coming over Saturday, so I'm going to cook tomorrow. Yeah.
How
So I'm
the
cooking-
fuck would maggots get in your refrigerator?
I
No,
don't
not maggots,
know.
flies. And then
I
how would
don't
those
know.
flies proliferate their maggots and those would
But
live?
the flies
'Cause I
are in
feel
the
like-
food all the time, right? Like if you leave.
Not if they're in the fridge, though. If it's a bag of Popeyes or something in the fridge,
There is
and you
no
open it
scenario
briefly
in
and
which
close it.
let me just debunk this part in case this is where you're headed. There's no scenario in which I had food on the counter, flies got on it and laid eggs, and then I put it back in. That is absolutely
But, like,
impossible because
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what I was
Okay.
guessing.
There was an experiment I learned about in high school where they took the steak, put glass over it, and then let the maggots arrive. And if I remember right, it just proved that the maggots were always there.
There's
Well,
fly
that shit
eggs
that
in
they
the
did
random
in
meat.
Maybe I have it backwards. I have
D-
low confidence now.
I
it
hope
was
not.
like a 13th century study where they thought that if you slice a bull open or something in an open field, bees will be created. Like they literally thought, they're like, well, yeah, you just cut a bull open and then you go back there a few days later and now it's full of bees. Therefore, kill a
Interesting.
bull and the guts become bees.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what they thought.
Well, I hope that's not true because it's a poor bull. Yeah, I don't know, but the refrigerator has been bleached and scrubbed, and it is now full of all kinds of delicious foods. I got a big roast. I got four mignons. Excuse me. I got a
For
pound
your
of
sous vide. Yeah.
for the sous vide. I got a pound of really big fucking shrimp. They're like $20 a pound, but I didn't give a shit because I'm having a shrimp cocktail tomorrow. And I got this. I won't go into it. And I got a bunch of really nice deli meats because that's one of the things I craved a lot when I was in prison was like just a ham and cheese sandwich. I wanted that so bad with like good bread, good ham, good cheese because those things don't exist in prison.